We have done a miserable job teaching young people history.
The emerging generation of Democrats do not feel that instinctive attachment or empathy or understanding for Israel that you voiced on the immediate days after October 7th. Is that how you see it?
Jonathan, I don't see it that way.
This is a statement that only an insane technocrat could make. A person who is so dispassionate about the people who are affected by the actions of governments and so passionate about the structure of the government itself that they are able to think that if you and me understood the underlying history, which, by the way, it's propaganda, because it's the history that has been sold to us by the great powers of the West when it comes to Israel. But if we believe that, we will be able to rationalize a genocide. Because that's what she's saying. When we have seen for 2 years images of horrors that I've never thought I would ever see in my life. I did not think that I would be able to count the number of children that I saw being burned to death. But here we are. And she attributes this, our emotional outpouring of humanity, for Palestinians, for Sudanese, for people in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. And that speaks a lot to the state in which liberal democracies are at this moment. Because this idea of the maintenance of the superstructure of settler colonial capitalism that benefits them and that has benefited the West for a long time, because people who think that they can rationalize a genocide in Gaza are people who can rationalize the poverty that is endemic in the United States, the lack of access to healthcare. They see it as flaws that the machine that they preserve so carefully will eventually solve. And the machine can be improved, but gradually. And if we lose people along the way, that is what it is. This goes away into understanding why all of the liberal democracies in the West are at this moment in fits of panic because they can't handle populism. Because they're technocratic and they don't seem to handle visceral emotion really well and the needs of the people that are crushed by a system that they help perpetuate. It is wild.